Well, good morning and welcome back to the channel. Today is July 6th and we're getting our nature fix today at Gouldsboro State Park. And we're out on Gouldsboro Lake, which I believe is 250 acres. Gouldsboro State Park is 2,800 acres. Gouldsboro State Park is in Monroe and Wayne counties. The name Gouldsboro comes from the village north of the park that was named for Jay Gould. He had acquired a very large fortune that included ownership of 10% of all railroad tracks in the country. One of the railroads he owned was the Erie-Lackawanna. This rail line parallels the eastern boundary of the park and is now part of the Steamtown USA Railroad, an excursion route between Scranton and Pocono Summit. Gould was a co-owner of a leather tannery at Thornhurst, which is a small village around 10 miles west of Gouldsboro. Rawhides were shipped from Australia and the western United States. They came by railroad to Gouldsboro and then were taken by horse-drawn wagons over a plank road to Thornhurst for tanning. There are around 7¼ miles of trails within the park. There is a 3.2-mile Frank Gantz trail that connects Toby Hanna State Park and Gouldsboro State Park. We have a ton of water lilies in bloom. Straight ahead, I'm going to see if I can get over there. The lake is pretty thick with vegetation in this area, so we're actually paddling through a lot of this thick vegetation, but it looks like it opens up over here a little bit. So this is another local park for me. As a child, I grew up coming to this state park many times every summer with my mom. There's a pretty big swimming beach, and I don't know what it's like now, but as a kid I remember it was just packed with people. So I have a lot of fond memories of this park. Mostly on the water, in the water. I don't think I've ever hiked here. It's always been about the lake. Alright, so we're coming up to these water lilies. I think I see a heron over to the left. I'll see if I can get closer. That's beautiful. All right, so that heron is straight ahead. And you're gonna see a stump in the water. The heron is right on top of that stump. From here it looks pretty big, so it's probably a great blue heron. Try to creep up a little bit more. All right, I'm gonna see if I can get some pictures before he takes off. It sees us. Wow, it's so peaceful. We're here around, let's see, it's 9:15 in the morning. So it's still pretty quiet. There he goes. Not happy about getting chased out of his spot. Oh, there's some duckies swimming over here. From here they look tiny. Oh, we got some turtles. Nice little cove here. Let's see if I can spin you. Oh, and they just jumped in. They just one straight ahead too. Let me see if I can get a couple of shots with the camera. Seeing lots of birds flying around. I saw a couple of eastern kingbirds. Just came across another turtle. This one's a pretty big one, straight ahead. And it's watching us. I think I got a couple good shots of it. Looks like a painted turtle. I also have my Merlin app running on my phone. And it looks like, let's see. We have a common yellowthroat, black and white warbler, red-winged blackbird, and a red-eyed vireo. Alright, turtle, we're gonna leave you alone. Alright, pretty sure that's an eagle up there. We have a bunch of turtles in this area, but a bunch of them already jumped into the water. They seem a little skittish here. That usually means that they don't see many people. But there's one straight ahead on the little stump. There were a bunch over here, but they're even further away and they jumped in the water. With all this vegetation, I don't know if the fishermen are coming down here, so they're probably not seeing a lot of people. Found our heron friend. Found another stump straight ahead. And it's focused on something in the water. Looking for breakfast. Picked up some new birds. Cedar waxwing, eastern kingbird, song sparrow, ovenbird, and black-capped chickadee. Couple of red-winged blackbirds that just flew by. So as I said, Gouldsboro State Park and Tobyhanna State Park are relatively close together. There is a hiking trail that you can take to get from one park to the other. But there's a lot of history between the two parks. Between 1900 and 1936, Tobyhanna and Gouldsboro Lakes were the site of active ice industries. The ice was cut from the lakes during the winter and stored in large barn-like structures. During the rest of the year, the ice was added to railroad boxcars, hauling fresh produce and meats destined for the East Coast. In 1912, the federal government acquired land that became Tobyhanna Military Reservation. In World War I, the Army used the reservation as a tank and ambulance corps training center. and the National Guard used it as an artillery training center. From 1918 to 1931, the reservation was used for artillery training. In the early 1930s, the reservation housed the CCC, the Civilian Conservation Corps. From 1937 to 1941, the reservation served as an artillery training center for West Point cadets. And during World War II, the reservation housed German prisoners of war. From 1946 to 48, the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers used the reservation. In 1948, the War Assets Administration took control of the property, and in April of 1949, the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania received title to most of the 26,000 acres, with the remaining area operated as the Tobyhanna Army Depot. Of the land acquired, about 2/3 of the area was made into Game Lands 127, and the remaining 1/3 was used to create both Gouldsboro and Tobyhanna State Parks. Tobyhanna State Park opened to the public in 1949, and Gouldsboro State Park opened to the public in 1958. And the great blue heron is straight ahead. I see it. It's a heron. Here he goes. I've never been down here, so I don't know how far this goes. Last time that we were here, I had my kayak. I've had my kayak a while, but my husband didn't have one, so we were planning to rent a kayak. But when we got here, they were all out on the water, so he didn't get to kayak that day. So I just did a really quick kayak on the lake, and then I went back in because I didn't want him sitting there all day waiting for me. Oh, just hit a log. Yeah, I'm seeing lots of turtles, but as I get closer, I know they're going to hop in the water. Someone once asked me how I see the turtles so far away. It's their shells. If you just span the area and you look for the shine of their shells, that's how you can spot them. Like there's one over here to the left. There's one over there to the right. So that's how you spot them. It's the sun shining off their shells. It's a nice view of the main part of the lake there, straight ahead. It is a beautiful day. Looks like another beaver lodge over to the left there. We saw one not that long ago. I don't think I filmed it. Oh, there he is, swimming in the water. The beaver's in the water. He's going right into his hut. Yep, there he goes. He's swimming around. Swimming back and forth. Oh, and he just dove down. We were probably getting a little too close for his comfort. Pretty cool. So if you've been following my channel, you know that I recently accomplished my goal and I got to the last Pennsylvania state park that I needed to visit, Allegheny Island State Park. But now what I think I'll do is I'll start revisiting some of the state parks that I haven't filmed in. I've been to this park many times but never filmed. Basically grew up here, coming every summer. But I started filming probably more than halfway through my quest to get to all of the state parks. And luckily I started filming when I was visiting the state parks that were further away. So now I can go back to some of the ones that are closer and film and revisit some of my favorites. You know, when people ask, what's your favorite Pennsylvania state park? It's almost impossible to narrow it down to one. I think I have more of a top 10 list. Oh, and the beaver just came back out. I'm going to see if I can get some pictures. Alright, so we are finishing up our morning here at Gouldsboro State Park. And we're heading right into where we launched our kayaks. If you followed along to this point, thank you very much. I appreciate that. If you're new to the channel, welcome. And welcome back to any subscribers. I appreciate that. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time.